To put it bluntly.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Put It Bluntly with myself, the Wobbly Gamer. As always, I'm joined by...
Me, it's Cameron, I'm here.
It's always a good start. We are on episode 6/6.5. We don't quite know what to call it because we have, as you will see later on when we get to Guess This Mess, had a guest this week and he touched heavily on mental health, and we decided after about an hour of content with him that we weren't going to cut any of it because it was so bloody good that we were going to release it as a special just after.
Yeah.
It's just me and Cameron for now, and then we will be joined by our guest for Guess This Mess. First of all, how are we, Cameron?
Yeah, just tired. Been a time where I've been sleeping that well. I say I haven't been sleeping that much. I've been napping in the day, and then I can't get to sleep at night. So
I feel like I'm influencing you.
yeah. Since I've known you, it seems like I do have naps.
I'm a napper.
On the regular.
I'm a serial napper.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I go all right.
Any news to share this week? Any gaming events? Any gaming work you've been doing, or anything you can share?
Well, I did apply for a job. A writing job. Didn't get it as expected, with the industry and the dumpster fire is now.
It's a million people going for every job announced, isn't it? At the moment, let's be honest. It's not a great time to be trying to find roles if you're not got necessarily studio level experience and things like that. It's not easy.
It's definitely more difficult than it used to be. But yeah, like I said, I'm not too bad. Just a bit tired, really. How about you?
I'm good. I can say I went to 10 Cent Studios, or 10 Cent Towers, whatever you want to call it, on Monday for an accessibility event. I was invited by their head of user research, John Dickens, and he's obviously a massive advocate for accessibility, and we spent the day the afternoon at 10 Cent, which was really nice. And then just had a busy week. Had a big project finished today and finalised, which is nice because now I'm going to take a few days and just...
yeah, you've been preparing for that for a while,
Yeah, I can just now relax. Next week, I literally have got one thing I have to do, so it's going to be a lot back. But you'll see me streaming a bit more again and be more consistent in my content creation, ready for the release of FC25 in 7 days. So, yeah, it's exciting times. But should we crack on with this week's patch notes, because I know we've got quite a bit to talk about because it's been
I was just gonna say what have you been playing on stream?
Oh yes, we have been playing Space Marines 2, which is me and Cameron's. I've been joined by Cameron. It's been a very quick start because we only played a couple of hours, and we're playing again this evening because as of time of recording, it's 5 o'clock on a Friday. So we will be streaming in about 2 hours, killing some more bugs. It's good fun. I enjoy it. They've taken what they had with World War Z, and I think really cemented it and built on it. It's levels above World War Z. It's good fun. I'm looking forward to getting on my teeth, or should I say my sword, stuck into it.
Yeah, I did enjoy the other day, the three of us, but had to roll everywhere, obviously, because
we all kept dying a lot.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I don't think I died that much. I think maybe...
I died a lot, okay.
Just saying, because I was going ahead when and clearing the way and trying to revive it when I could. But
we continue and return to Moria, the Lord of the Rings Minecraft game. Really enjoying that. That's good fun. Not a bad game in any way, shape or form. Just well-made game. Enjoyable, plenty of things to do, keeps you just entertained. I don't know what you've played because you've played and platinumed Atombot.
Atombot, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That famous
game.
That famous X Station game.
Yeah.
Atombot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be like a little short video out in the next week or so on the YouTube channel. Just my thoughts on the game, really. Like, I won't spoil it for anyone, but yeah, it's a love letter to PlayStation. Probably the best platform I've ever played. And when you consider, I have played like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, that's a big, because I know you're a big Crash fan.
Yeah, I'd say, because like I definitely recommend it. Like, I know you were thinking of getting it.
Astro, yeah, I'm definitely. It's Astro Boy's on my list of games to get.
I definitely would consider it. But other than that, I also finished off Jedi Survivor this week. Not Jedi Survivor. I also finished off Star Wars Outlaws this week. There we go.
It's contagious. I'm sorry.
Spread the bug. So I finished off Star Wars Outlaws. I only had like a couple of collectibles to get. I've still got lots to do in the world, but for now, I'm going to put it to the side. And I also got the platinum on Fall Guys
You platinumed Fall Guys. That's an achievement in itself.
for the second time. Third
For-
time, maybe. But,
I like the way you didn't invite me to help you with that.
yeah, well, it's kind of thing with it's I've had trouble with it. So there's a glitched achievement on it, right? I like to. I'm a trophy hunter. If anybody don't know, not the bad kind. With the lions and the tigers and all that shit.
Cam goes out hunting.
And yeah, and elephant tusks and all that shit. No, like PlayStation trophies and anyway. So it was glitched. Like they changed the physics engine like a year or two ago, and it was messing up. So I had to literally email Epic support with footage of me doing the achievement, and they just went, "Oh yeah, okay, well there you go," unlocked it.
That's mad.
Yeah, I had to literally email them saying, this is me doing the thing. Can you unlock the achievement?" Because I think they unlock it through the Epic achievement thing, and then
It
PlayStation
pings.
recognize.
Yeah.
PlayStation recognize that's pinged. So yeah, finally got that done. But yeah, just I've been enjoying watching you play my Moria. That was quite fun yesterday.
Yeah, it's a good game
Well,
to stream as well because it's got moments of idiocy from myself, Pout, Tino, and Displux basically.
yeah, it's like just a laugh with friends and sort of gas card really. Isn't it?
That's exactly what it's about for me. That's what gaming's all about.
Yeah. Right, so on from that tangent, we are going to move on to patch notes. Hello everyone, welcome back after that short little sting. We are now on to patch notes, and it's very positive in the world of gaming these days. For every brilliant story you have with Astrobot's release, you have a negative one like Concord's failure, or the story I'm about to talk about now, the reveal of the PS5 Pro, which went down like a cup of sick with most people. So it's like £799, euros. God knows where it's in yen, a couple of thousand, 100,000 probably. And I wouldn't say it's too much different. It's definitely aimed at like a certain market, but yeah, it's gone down like really bad. What do you
I
think?
can't. I can't. I know two people that are buying it.
Yeah.
And that's out of about a million gamers done. That's obviously an exaggeration, but
Yeah.
I can't work out the price point with what's the point in paying £700 to upgrade to that?
And it doesn't come with a disc drive either. That's the
No, it does. The disc tray's an extra $100 or whatever currency it is.
Yeah, the stand is extra as well.
The stand's extra,
Yeah.
and I can't. It adds some ray tracing, and it's a bit more powerful. And is it an extra terabyte in storage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to do it so they're putting it between like consoles and a PC.
Yeah, I get it. It is more powerful, and if you've got a £2,000 monitor that's going to enable you to run that with it, and you've got the money, I can see why you're doing it. But if you're doing it on the point of you just want to upgrade to the next PlayStation, I can't see the point.
No, like I was thinking, PS5 Pro Series about I might upgrade if it's bit more expensive than when the PS5 when the PS5 launched. If it's a bit more, because I was like, oh, But then I saw that price. I was like, nope. Get the
No,
Chronicle
so
Press Day out. It's getting clean.
Xbox released announced their next, they're not even next gen or next series. They've just announced the new stylized Xbox Series X. One with a disc tray, one without a disc tray. The one without a disc tray is white, and the one with the disc tray is black and green, and it looks really nice. And that's coming in at 550, which is what the console was when it launched.
Yeah.
And it actually, I believe it's a memory upgrade as well. So you can't argue too much against that, because
No, especially if it's a bit more powerful.
But I think the £699 is absolutely crazy.
That's without. So basically, if you want everything, it's about $850.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
If that was a next gen console that had a list of games coming out with it, I'd justify it. But at the moment, there's not really. Game companies are saying we're only just starting to get the best out of the PlayStation 5 and the Series X, aren't they?
Yeah.
So how long until they get the best out of the PlayStation Pro? That's my other argument, is that there's not many games that are actually going to make the most of it. Everyone obviously knows GTA 6 is probably the reason they've announced it, because it'll be GTA 6 work when they do all the marketing. It'll be GTA 6 works best on the PlayStation Pro and all of that.
Yeah. I can just imagine it's like if you try and play like a late stage PS4 game now on the console, they gag. Like if you try and play, I think God of War Ragnarok, I think is on PS4 as well. Yeah, I think it is. I may be mistaken. Was it God of War? I think it's God of War. It's on PS4 as well. And if you play it on PS4, it turns into an airplane really.
Yeah,
it's going to overdrive, and so I'm hoping it's not going to be like I know with the newest games going for the PS5, because like the PS5 is pretty quiet.
I don't think it's going to affect no games now will affect the PS5 or Xbox Series X to the point where they struggle.
The Series S is a different story.
Yeah, the series. So we've been playing Return to Moria with Pout, and Pout's got a Series S, and he says you can see the render, like how long it takes to load, is hugely different and everything. So there is games that are already now starting to even struggle on the S, which is interesting.
Yeah, I kind of don't get what they were doing with that, but anyway, that's not what we were talking about. So yeah, it went down like a lead balloon. I don't know anyone personally is going to buy it. The only people I've seen really like mention about women on OnlyFans asking, I'll do a couple of vids for you, buy me PS5 Pro, that sort of stuff.
Does that work?
And I don't know.
I might put the wobbly rifle into a new remake.
I'm
joking.
I've said before, if you can live with yourself doing stuff like that, then if it's worth it really, if it's worth the money.
100%. But
like, where's the fat guys OnlyFans?
Only chins.
Yeah, only chins. We see bellies jiggle and that. £100 belly jiggle.
Be well away.
I'd be able to afford it. But anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna get it. I was thinking of getting it, but yeah, definitely not now after that price. Plus, there's no really new games announced yet. There's apparently going to be a state of play later this month.
I think PlayStation end of next year and starting in 2026, you're going to see some big games from them. I think you're going to get a big game from it's who made Spider-Man?
Insomniac.
I think we're due a big Insomniac title. Guerrilla haven't made it. Yeah. Guerrilla. When was the last Guerrilla game?
Horizon. So it was 2022.
We're due a Guerrilla game.
23.
I know they've got the Lego game, but I don't know if that's Guerrilla or.
I think Guerrilla are involved because it's their IP.
Yeah.
I don't know if they like the main.
Yeah, I do think there's 2 or 3 massive titles coming out of PlayStation alongside GTA. Hence why I've said about literally that's the reason I bought this controller, is because I think that it's going to be some big PlayStation titles in the next 12 months. So I want to get used to playing a PlayStation, because I think it's going to become to a point where I'm like, I need to get using the PlayStation because there's some massive titles that I want to play. And I really want to complete Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
But I do think there's PlayStation are gonna drop some bangers.
Yeah, they usually like. I was gonna say before Concord, I don't think any of their like proper exclusives really bombed. And then again, Concord was having good things, but players who played it said it was fun to play. It's just like we said before. I think it was the fatigue of the genre.
Hero shooters are coming out of every games company's orifice at the moment.
Yeah, I can't wait to. Well, I can't wait to see what happens next, and future looks. Despite the negative news, it does look quite promising. So yeah, you have some news as well.
Well, it's not good news again. It's been a dumpster fire for 12 months in the games industry, and unfortunately, PlayStation announced, not PlayStation because we've been just chatting about them, Microsoft, or more exact, Xbox, have announced 650 more layoffs, putting them up to a grand total of 2,550 people in the last 16 months or something.
Yeah.
It's not great, especially after you spend 69 billion acquiring Activision. It's not a good look.
Some of the things said during that was like, oh, we wouldn't be getting rid of lots of people.
It's just this side is they've said this is more from the communication and support side of things, or company side. So I'm guessing that's not dev roles. I'm assuming it's more corporate roles and business roles rather than development roles. I'm not justifying it. It's still not good.
Yeah, no.
But
100%.
it's not more devs losing jobs, because at the moment there's just like Cameron said at the start, he's applying for jobs, but for every job there's about 2,400 devs going for it. It's just unreal.
Yeah. So I've seen an article yesterday about people who are leaving like the industry and retraining. Somebody was like a courier for like a local sandwich delivery shop for them.
Yeah.
Somebody else retrained as a phlebotomist.
It's just it's an industry we both work in, and it's just not. It's not going through the best period at the moment, and I know everyone was a lot of people were saying after the post COVID boom, because gaming boomed during COVID, because funnily enough everyone was sat at home for 12 months and could play video games and had a bit more income because they weren't going out, so we're spending it on video games. And I just feel like the games industry kind of went, oh my god, we need to get more jobs in, and threw jobs at people, and now it's coming to the back end of that. And now we're seeing not just studios shut, but people, a whole team. What was the studio name?
Annapurna.
Oh, they all just got up and walked out because of a business deal that was being done.
Yeah, so if you don't know them, they like the publishers of games like What Remains of Edith Finch, Stray, and the Unfinished Swan as well. So they're like well known in like the indie like AA game community.
And they literally just got up and walked out.
Yeah. And they've got games still coming out, like people don't know what's going to happen to them. I assume like if they've lost, they'll still get finished. But
I haven't known a week at the moment where there hasn't been something going on.
No.
Like when we did the special guest recording Tuesday, and I was like, oh, nothing much has happened really.
Yeah.
And now it's Thursday, and people have all walked out. Friday, people have all walked out of a studio. We've lost another 600 employees at Microsoft, and it's just like, can we have a few days, guys? Can we just take a chill and give us some time? We can end patch notes on a bit of
we do have a bit of accessibility news.
Oh, is that breaking accessibility news? Or?
So the Plucky Squire is due out next week.
Mm-hmm.
And they've just revealed their accessibility options. So there's options to show hidden portals. disable falling platforms, invincibility, one-hit kills, control the vibration of the controller, and it says many more on this feature. So,
Woo!
helpful hint characters,
Go accessibility.
and adventure mode and story mode. So,
I'm loving the step away from easy, medium, and hard difficulties, and everyone coming up with different names. It's good. Nice. It's good. So,
yep, that breaking news ends patch notes.
welcome back, everybody. It's now time for the football segment of today's pod. Open goal. Who would like to start? Why are you laughing? I didn't forget the name of the segment.
Well, I literally thought you had.
No, I hadn't.
Right. Yeah, you can go first this time since
I can go first this time, can I?
Yeah.
A bit like England in terms of footballing ability.
Yeah.
So we're on an international break. Boo! But promising signs coming out of the England camp as England beat Ireland 2-0, and then I've forgotten the team. Finland. I meant to say Norway. That's me being racist towards Scandinavian people, isn't it?
Yep.
Finland, yes. So England played good football. Didn't know it was humanly possible. Because Southgate's
Southgate's gone, hasn't he?
Southgate's gone, Castley's in. And oh my god, he didn't sing the national anthem. It's an outrage. Get a grip, people. It's not the end of the world because some bloke didn't sing a song about someone that doesn't do anything for the country. And funnily enough, we don't have slaves anymore, so we don't or a continent or a bloody whatever you call it empire. It's not going to end the world because someone doesn't sing a song. I just can't get it. I don't get it. Does it affect how he manages a football team? No.
No. Yeah, like.
Why was that breaking news? Everywhere had it on the front of papers. It's like England played really good football, 1-2-0. Both games we played really good football. Both games played 1-2-0. Jack Grealish in the number 10 role was really good. It just looked like we could play football again and play well and play attacking. And all everyone cares about is the fact that Declan Rice didn't celebrate and Carsley didn't sing the national anthem.
Yep, they have to find something negative every time.
It's just ridiculous. Declan Rice has always said he's never celebrated against Ireland because he grew up playing through the Irish system.
Yep.
And he appeared for them in friendlies, so it wasn't a surprise that he did. It wasn't like Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish didn't really do a lot for Ireland. Declan Rice had not full caps because obviously you can't, but
not anymore.
Not anymore, but he'd come through the Irish system, played at schoolboy level for Ireland, played at under-21s level for Ireland. He was never going to celebrate scoring. And again, it's just plastered everywhere. And he had a really good 2 performances. And then he's benched.
Well, you might as well get his football now. He's
Yeah,
going to
benched.
the derby.
I'm dreading the derby on Sunday. Absolutely dreading it. Our midfield could be Partey, Jorginho, and I don't know who else. Because everyone's injured. Not injured. Everyone's injured or got sent off.
No.
Because it wasn't actually sending off. So yeah. I'm not very much. I am looking forward to the NLD because anything can happen in the North London derby, but I'm not because our midfield looks like it could be nearly at the age of retirement. But who knows? I'm just like it's frustrating because someone like Smith Rowe is a like-for-like replacement with Odegaard. Good attacker midfielder. We sell him, and I didn't want to see him go. And I'm going to be bitter about this for a very long time, so get used to hearing it on the pod.
Yeah, until he comes on and surprises you.
Oh my god, I'd cry. But how did Wales get on?
No, they drew 0-0 with Turkey. Craig Bellamy's first game. So yeah, they call it Pelamy, which is quite funny because obviously Craig Bellamy's the new manager, and Welsh for football is Pale Droid, so they call it Pelamy. So the Bella's
Sake.
Not too bad. I think controlled most of the game. I kind of like what I saw with the Lewis Kumas. He's a youngster coming through. I say youngster. I think he's 19, 20. That's still quite young, but nowadays
That's good.
it's
That's
like
young though. That is young.
yeah. Nowadays it's like, oh, you have to be like Yamal.
I was gonna say Yamal is a 1 in a million.
Yeah. And then we beat Montenegro 2-1. All our goals were scored in the first 3 minutes. And then, so yeah.
Get it over and done with. That's nice and easy. Just
Yeah, get it over and done with, and then just defend for 8. Now, I think to be fair, we did attack quite well, and Montenegro did decently. But there were some other results throughout the international break we're quite interested in.
Yes, I believe there's a certain nation that have in the terms of football, have only recently just formed, and Cameron.
1993.
Yeah.
And they'd never won a competitive game before. I'm talking about San Marino, of course, who, I was going to say finally, not finally, because it has been coming, I think, with recent results, but they've got their first win in 20 years, and their first ever competitive win.
Up the San Marino, they've become a bit of a cult, football cult.
There's our account on Twitter, and I thought, it'd be something interesting to cover on the pod, so I reached out to the San Marino FA just to, see if any of the players would like to come on and talk about the experience. Unfortunately, none of the players speak English, but I did get to talk to Luca Pelliccioni, who is the San Marino press officer, and I had a couple of minutes talking to him about what the result meant, the future of San Marino's football, and you can check out that interview right now. So, would you like to tell our listeners a bit about what you do?
I'm Luca Pelliccioni. I'm the head of communication of the San Marino Football Association for 7 years in a row. And I'm handling San Marino's football from a national and international point of view.
That's great. So recently, a bit of history was made. Of course, the national team won their first game in 20 years, their first ever competitive game. What was the feeling like when that whistle blew on Thursday and the win was confirmed?
It means everything. San Marino handed a 140 loses strike thanks to that goal scored by Nico Sensoli. San Marino was waiting for this moment for 20 years long, and the number 20, the jersey number 20, and I think that it has been celebrated for sure in a really spontaneous way, but it also has been embraced like a sense of relief. San Marino national team normally is approached from abroad, from foreign medias, because of its dimension, like a underdog, the always losing team, and now we've been able to demonstrate we fully deserve our place in the football international stage.
Yeah, that moves perfectly on to my next question. So, the new manager, Roberto Civoli, been in charge for 5 games, and he's got a win and a draw already. So, do you definitely see progress under his manager?
Roberto Cevoli won at his very debut in the competitive stage, because he coached in 4 friendlies, as you said, where he was able to get also a draw and to score a goal against St. Kitts and Nevis in March. I mean, the sense of optimism always is stuck in San Marino thoughts. Otherwise, we couldn't be able to go on for a 20 years period without tasting the taste of a victory. For this reason, I think that Chevrolet have been able to showcase his leadership abilities, because he came from a professional coaching situation, and especially on the youngsters, and those are so many in this cycle of the San Marino national team, have been able to show him like a leader. The players see he and his staff like the professional staff they are, and they're fully aware that they should understand and follow any instruction and suggestion if you want to raise the bar and increase the level of their performance.
Yeah, that's like a professional can change things definitely. So the goal scorer was Nico Sinsoli, who's probably gonna have a lot of kids named after him in 9 months, I'm gonna guess. He was given his debut by the manager in March. How has he changed things since he's come in? Like,
I think that Nico Sensoli was really able to exploit his opportunity, and he has been fully launched by the coach. He always played from the very first minutes in any of the 4 games he was available, and in his very competitive debut he scored as well an historic goal. Nico Sensoli has other youngsters that are increasing the lines in San Marino team, demonstrate that there is a good level, a good quality, even in our youngsters. But for sure, the future is for him.
yep. So that perfectly again leads on to my final question. So there are some like proper, you'd say, legends of San Marino's football, such as Andy Silva, David Galatori, and the current captain Matteo Viatoli. So are there any names through the youth system you think are really promising?
It's really difficult to foresee, to be honest, because the trajectory of any player allow him to become a legend in the terms of how you are linked to any events or what you've done in your career. For example, Davide Gualtieri is well known for his 8.3-second goal scored against England, but he played just a few games with the national team, while Vitaioli played 94 caps until today, and he will probably always be remembered as the first one to reach 100 caps, and he's the actual captain. Andy Silva probably got some technical skill that have never seen in San Marino before and after him, being able to score 8 goals at the international level when the Nations League didn't exist. The history of San Marino's football, I hope so. But I mean, there are some youngsters that are really promising. For example, the two Benvenuti, the twins that are registered in Sassuolo in Italy. They're playing for the Primavera. This is the last stage of the youth teams in Italy, and they won the Super Cup with a team that won the title last year when they were playing in fourth division in Italy on loan. Also, Simone Giocondi at the midfield is, in my opinion, a box-to-box midfielder that it's complete in terms of quality and defensive and offensive approach, and he was able also to score on his debut against Cyprus in June. So I think that the future can give us some good feedback and perspective, but it's hard to foresee if this player will be able to forge a new chapter, a new year of San Marino's football. We all hope so.
Yeah, I think the future does look quite promising. Especially now like the first win in 20 years, and all I can say really is congratulations. Good luck for the match tomorrow against Moldova. I know you've had a travel day today, so thanks for agreeing to meet on short notice. And I'll leave you get to the rest of your day. Best of luck. Congratulations.
That was great, Cameron. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was really.
No, I was gutted I couldn't be there because I was in London, but
Yeah,
it's
it would have been handy if you'd been here because, as you may have seen throughout the video, there was some audio issues. So
but
when I originally recorded the interview, Lucas audio didn't record, but I reached out to him and like fair play to him. You know, day before a game against Moldova, he reached out and he re-recorded his answers for me to add in post-production. So, yeah, big shout out to Luca. Big shout out to San Marino as well.
Yeah, I like it. Do you remember when Borussia Dortmund were that hipster team that everyone were like, oh, I really like Borussia Dortmund?
Yeah.
I get flashbacks to that because everyone just likes San Marino. No one's got a bad.
Yes.
No one's like, oh my god, they're shit. Everyone's like, oh, we just like seeing them win. It was so
Yeah.
good. It was like refreshing, and yeah. And just watching the final minutes was great because the players everyone just goes absolutely mad.
Yeah, so like in the interview I said, what I mean, and you can imagine 20 years, like, sometimes I'm a Chelsea fan, I go 4 games of winning, I'm like, oh my god, please end.
Please.
And 20 years, and none of the players are professionals. There's some promising youngsters coming through, as he said, who've played in Serie D. Hopefully next win is a lot sooner.
Imagine if they go 20 years again.
No,
I can't see him doing it. Having to do that again.
To be fair, the manager's come in. Like I obviously did my research, and the manager come in, and in 5 games he's won 1 and drawn 1. So he's got like the best win percentage of any San Marino manager by like 1,000,000 miles. Because
they've got a 0% win rate.
But he's like a professional. Others have been like amateur coaches. So yeah, hopefully. But yeah, thanks again to Luca.
Yeah, no, that was Cameron messaged me and I just cracked up. I was like, how have you managed this?
I just reach out to people. So if you're a celebrity and you get a message from me, don't be afraid.
We are real people. There's a picture of us holding a sign and everything.
Oh god, yeah, I remember that. Jesus.
Any other big footballing news this week?
Well, Man City's 115.
The court case has started, isn't it?
Starting on Monday, and apparently it's not 115. It's 130.
Well, they've just picked up another 15 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, apparently it's been 130 since the start, but people have just misreported and.
I'm not going to comment on it yet because I don't know what no one knows the outcome. They're not going to get.
Nothing's going to happen. They're just going to get £100 fine.
Yeah, they're going to get slapped on the wrist and told not to do it again.
Right, don't do that again, no.
Or they'll get points deducted, and because Arsenal have got an injury list as long as you're right, and we'll fuck it up, and Liverpool will win the title, and we still won't win one. That's exactly what I can see happening, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think there's been too much other news. Ronaldo got his 900th goal.
Ronaldo got his 900th goal, and he got how many followers on YouTube in the space of a week?
Oh, it's mad, isn't it?
I can't remember the exact number.
I think he's overtaken Taylor Swift. I think he's at 50 mil now.
It's just the man is just unreal. I'd like full respect to him. He's just going to set up a YouTube channel, and in the space of 2 days, he's got his play buttons and.
Yeah, they just send them all to him at once.
Yeah. It was just
like,
mad.
I haven't seen any of it. Like, what the content.
No, I haven't.
He had Rio Ferdinand on it, and they were talking about nicknames for players, and they're called Rooney Shrek. So.
Full.
Yeah.
Amazing.
When just fans are called him Shrek.
So. That has been the world of football this week. We are back to proper football, not international.
Yeah, for another month at least.
Another month. So yeah, we'll have the return of Premier League football and Champions League football in the space of one pod. So that's exciting. Guess this mess. This is the part of the pod where me and Cameron go head to head, and we have to try and guess our guests' 3 favourite video games. I'm hoping you haven't done PUBG because that's going to be quite obvious. And he has.
I should because I'm partner.
Yeah. Big Hamish.
That should be my number 1.
Yeah. So currently it's 2-1. No, 2.
It's 2-1-1 to the guest.
Yeah, 2-1-1 to the guest. And
again, one of France was.
We will start off with Big Hamish introducing his first game. And Hamish, you've got to fully understand the rules, don't you?
Well, so obviously it has to be accurate, but not direct.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, and it's got to be badly described. So like you'd be describing PUBG as you jump out of a plane, you parachute into a building,
Okay.
loot. So yeah, it's if you would like to take charge.
I'll start with my very, very favourite game. Has always been my favourite. Basically, the game is you are a child for one part of the game, and then you can be an adult for the second part of the game.
I know it. I think. Is it Fable?
Nope.
Oh. Keep going.
Right. You are quite musical. There's a lot of music in it. How old are you guys? Just to make sure.
It's called musical. You start. What genre is it?
It's like action,
Should say what console generation.
sort of fantasy action.
King. It's not Final Fantasy, is it?
Nope.
You start as a child. It's musical. Kingdom of Hearts.
Nope. You want another one?
Yeah.
Another clue?
Yeah.
You definitely want to don't want to anger the chickens.
No, I'm too young. Cam's filling that face. I think this is one to be guessed, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you what it is? Or do you want
Yeah.
another?
Yeah. No, tell us what it is.
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Have you not played that one, Wobbles?
No, I'm playing it now.
No, I wouldn't have played it.
You have not played. You start off as a wee boy with a fairy, and then you take out your magical sword, and then you become an adult. And
Right.
if you attack a chicken, all the chickens then attack you. Basically, and you play the ocarina, which is a musical instrument. That was on the N64. Are you guys too young for the N64?
Just I'm a PlayStation 1. PlayStation 1 was my. Yeah.
Well, PS1 came out after the N64, did it not?
Yeah.
Because that was PlayStation 1 as well.
Yeah. So I'm a bit too young for that.
Oh, that's anticlimactic. That is
So-
one of my most nostalgic favourite ever games.
That's-
Like the world felt so massive. It was class.
So
Uh,
it's 2-1.
my other game was going to be a N64 game, so I had to. I'll do a more recent game then. Right.
Got them. Do number 2.
How did I describe this one badly? You have long hair. You have a grizzly voice. You have 2 swords and a horse.
The Witcher.
Yes.
Yes, I got one.
Was it the 2 swords?
Yeah, this is when you said the 2 swords. Yeah.
I thought that would have been too obvious. The 2 swords you got. Yeah, Witcher 3 was. It still probably is like just the best story game that I've ever played. Like, have you played it?
Yeah. I've played what I've played. I've watched the film, read the books, but I can't actually properly play the video game.
Oh,
I can't see it.
accessible, yeah.
Yeah, but I've played enough of. I played little bits of it and things.
Like it's the only kind of RPG type game that I've ever played where I didn't actually know what was a main quest and what was a side quest. Like it was that detailed.
Yep.
Like, I remember playing a side quest, and it was like it wasn't just like most side quests are like, oh, go here, fetch this, go here, fetch that. This was like a proper story that had nothing to do with the main story, but I felt like it was. So I was like, what is going on here? I had no idea what each bit was. Like I completed that game fully. Like every question mark I had to go to, I had to find everything. And it was massive, and that was a huge game. It's a game that I didn't like the first time I played it.
Yeah.
And I remember playing it and being like, I'm not sure I like this. It seems too much. It seems like it's quite a steep learning curve, like to learn combat and things, and there was quite a lot of detail with what you can do. And it was actually when my firstborn came around, I was sitting in the living room, him in his Moses basket, and I was rocking him on my foot, going, I could do something while I'm doing that. Stuck on The Witcher, and that was it. Me, because I was on paternity leave at the time, so my wife would be out. I had to have him sleeping in the Moses basket, rocking him on my foot, playing The Witcher 3 while I was sleeping, and that kept me going. And maybe that's why I have such a fond affection for it as well. But for me, it was just awesome, and that's why Cyberpunk was such a disappointment for me when it first came out. Was because obviously it's from the
same
Project
Red, yeah.
I mean, it was a stunning world. It was always a stunning world, but it just lacked a lot of stuff that I would expect to be in it. Obviously it's a different game now and it's much better, but it was a huge disappointment for me. So I don't pre-order games very often, but I pre-ordered Cyberpunk, and it was probably the last game I think I've pre-ordered, to be honest. But yeah, no, so that would be my second favourite game. And my other one would be just based on nostalgia as well and what it brought, but it's an N64 game, so I don't know if I want to do that for you guys.
Go on then, crack on, let's see if we can get it. If we can't, it's another point to the guests, so you're going to be in the guests' good books.
There's not much to this game though, so it's really trying to find out. So it was a single player, but it also was multiplayer as well. So I had a campaign and it had multiplayer. But it had a cracking theme song.
You've actually just got that from
Theme tune.
Oh my god! I've just clicked it. I can't believe you just got that from it and a cracking feature.
To be fair, N64's got like a really small library, so I think it's only like 300 games.
Yeah, that 1 in 299 chance.
Absolutely fair.
Oh,
Right.
well, it has 2-1 then to you guys, isn't it?
It is, and then we'll put that onto the total leaderboard.
It was 3 to me, 2 to guests.
Yep. Which is solid start.
It's a goal now is like N64 is my peak because that was kind of the last console that had all my friends round, and I'd have a tiny 50-inch screen split into four areas.
Stop looking at my screen.
Get the cardboard out so that you had a wee corner. But it's crazy. Like, I think back to that, like that TV, my TV that I had in my room actually had a pink hue to it as well. It was like a cloudy pinkness. And I had a bunk bed, so I was at the top bunk bed, the other side of the room, and I was able to watch, clear as day, this tiny, tiny screen that was pink fuzz. And now I think, how? I struggle with my big 55-inch TV. Like, how did we do that back then? And then we split it into 4 with the N64.
Crazy,
it was crazy. And it was still bigger than my TVs now because it was so big at the back in the day. I remember like the first widescreen TVs were huge that way, but they're all
It's huge that way, yeah. They weighed its fun.
well.
Yeah.
Heavy, but yeah, no, GoldenEye, Mario Kart, these types of games were just legendary for us. We would just sit up all night, 4 of us, just playing these awesome games. You don't get things like that. It doesn't feel the same.
No, gaming, you don't get that
online.
same just gaming nostalgia hit anymore.
It's good having that ability to do that from anywhere in the world is amazing. Don't get me wrong, but just having that kind of LAN party, if you like, or whatever, that feel of getting Pringles, Iron Brew and Pringles for us. It was Iron Brew and barbecue Pringles, and the room would be houfing. My mum would come in. Jesus Christ! Shut the door again.
Window, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Those were the days.
It's not like that anymore, but it's...
I mean, the room's still stinking, but it's just me.
Yeah, it's just me now, yeah.
We are at the end of this week's episode. We'd like to thank Big Hamish for his swift appearance in Guess This Mess.
Yeah.
Cameron would also like to say thank you again to...
Luca Peraccioni, San Marino press officer.
And we would like to thank you all for listening and supporting the pod so far. We're on episode 6. And the support's been amazing on social media, and people are listening, and feedback's been really nice and positive. So me and Cameron would just like to say a big thank you for that. We've got next week's guest is very, very exciting. I've never actually had a chance to talk to him properly. You have had the honour to have him as a panel judge for
The game jams.
the Games Jams, but I've not had a chance to chat to him, so you will find out who that is on the next episode of To Put It Bluntly. I've been the Wobbly Gamer.
I've been Cameron.
And
that was episode
6.